And today we're going to talk about the right concentration. There are three foundations of Buddhism. Sila, which is morality. Sila is a name, a Sanskrit name for morality. Samadhi, concentration. Prajna, wisdom. So morality, concentration, and wisdom, these are the three foundations, the three pillars of Buddhism. And if we fit the Noble Eightfold Path into the three foundations, morality, or Sila, would include right action, right speech, and right livelihood. Concentration includes right mindfulness and right concentration. And then wisdom, prajna, it contains right view, right intention. And of course, right efforts will apply to every one of this. Right efforts will apply to morality, to wisdom, and the concentration. So we already have talked about all these, the 7 Eightfold Paths in details. Now we're going to finish with the right concentration. Concentration is not attained all at once, but it's developed in stages. Like this morning we've been meditation. It's being developed in stages, but if you want to divide it into the number of stages, approximately it is divided into 8 levels, each marked by greater depth, purity, and subtlety than its predecessor. So in other words, you go step by step and you have 8 levels. We'll finish with the 8 levels today. So when we first start to meditate, what do? You learn about meditation, you heard about meditation, and you come for meditation, somebody told you the postures, the 3 A's of meditation. Initially, people have to show you how to do it. The 3 A's, what are these 3 A's? The 3 adjustments. First one is adjustment to posture. How do you sit? How do you cross the leg? How do your body upright? And all these postures you have to pay attention to. So adjustment to posture, adjustment to breath, and adjustment to the mind. So 3 A's that we talk about all the time, almost every morning in the meditation. Before meditation, we'll talk about the 3 A's. So you know how to meditate initially. So you're completely relaxed. So meditation, no one can meditate without relaxation. You really have to relax yourself, let go of all your tension, let go of all your worries or anxiety, your disappointment, your anger, your jealousy, all this emotional upheaval. You have to throw them away before you can meditate. So you have to completely relax yourself before meditation. The 3 A's help you to relax. So you have the intent for meditation, and as you meditate along, you achieve tranquility, serenity of mind. When we talk about the world that we live in, we have the 3 levels. Of course, people who come here for the first time, you may not know about it, if you haven't heard about it. The first level is the Kamadhatu level. Kamadhatu is a world with desires. We live in a world with desires. Variety of desires. World with sensuality. This is the first level, Kamadhatu. And then the second level is the Rupadhatu, which is a higher level than us. And some people call this level heavens. Rupadhatu, world with no desires, no more desires. We are the lower part, where we are sentient beings, we're living beings in the world with desires, all variety of desires. I am sure you know what those desires are. And we classify them, we analyze them already, so we don't want to go back to classification and analysis of desire. We work in the world with desires, and then there's the next higher level, Rupadhatu, world without desire. But that world still exists in form. It's made up of matter. We know all that. The smallest particle, we call an atom. An atom is divided into protons and electrons. It's a world of matter and form. The second level is world with matter and form, no more desire. We call it Rupa Dhatu. And then another level higher up is world without form. Just energy left. No form, no more form. There's a much higher level. So we have the Dharma Dhatu, Rupa Dhatu, and Arupa Dhatu. We are at the lowest, at the bottom, with desires. So in the lower level of meditation, what levels we have? The highest level we achieve in the world with desire, Dharma Dhatu, is samadhi laboring on the first jhana of Rupa Dhatu. Samadhi, you know samadhi, we call it meditation. Meditation neighboring on the first jhana. The first jhana belongs to Rupa Dhatu. So the highest level we can go is samadhi neighboring on the first jhana of Rupa Dhatu. And how do we achieve to that high level? Anapanasati and Satipatthana. We've been talking about that. People here know about it. We practice Anapanasati and Satipatthana. That's enough to take you already to the highest level of this world with desires. That's the samadhi, that we call that meditative state. We call it samadhi neighboring on first jhana of Rupa Dhatu. Neighboring on, it means you're almost close. You're close to the world without desire. And just to say a little bit more, what are these desires? This world with desires, we have desires for sex, for food, for sleep, for wealth, for reputation. And we have mental defilements like greediness, anger, ignorance, pride, doubt, self-view, extreme view, and egoistic feelings, jealousy, hatred, violence, you name them. All these are mental defilements in us. And this world with desire is the habitat for the 6 paths of reincarnation. Devas, humans, animals, ghosts, hells, and asuras. We've already gone through that. So, in this world, when we are practicing meditation, the first meditative state we usually experience as we meditate more and more and more, not just by one timing, by one sitting you achieve tranquility. It's almost like impossible. Meditation is not a one-time deal. It's not that you read about a book, you heard a tape, you saw a DVD, and that's how you meditate, and that's it. No, it's a lifetime practice. So, as you meditate more and more and more, you gain more experience, and gradually you achieve that state of tranquility. Now, that is a mental state of quietude which comes and goes. Sometimes it comes and sometimes it goes. Sometimes you can't achieve tranquility at all. And entering, you start to enter into a quietude, and that is a sign of one's progress. You're progressing into jhana, or in the Sanskrit language is dhyana, but in Pali it's jhana. Jhana means absorption. You're going a higher level. You're not at Rupa Dhatu jhana yet. You haven't got to the first jhana. There's 8 jhanas. J-H-A-N-A, jhana. The absorption. Jhana is at a state of intensive serenity. You haven't got to the first jhana yet. The first jhana is not with this world. It's with the Rupa Dhatu world. So, if you are in tranquility, the danger lies in mistaking it for samadhi. You haven't got samadhi yet. Samadhi, it's a much higher level than tranquility. So, what do you practice to achieve samadhi? The practice of one-pointedness of mental attention using the anapanasati approach, slowly leading you to vipassana. You got to know what is samatha and vipassana. We've been talking a long time. If you don't know about it, you have to read up on it and check with the internet and get some meaning about it. Samatha and vipassana, these are the two most important techniques in meditation. As you use samatha and leading yourself into vipassana, then you gain the kamadhatu samadhi. Kamadhatu means world with desire. Samadhi. What is samadhi? A mental state of meditation, where the 5 hindrances are suppressed. A meditator has hindrances. Usually, we classify those hindrances into 5 hindrances, and maybe you should know about the 5 hindrances. The 5 hindrances: sensuality, anger, sloth and torpor, agitation and worry and doubt. Now, you overcome sensuality by contemplating on immaturity, impermanence, suffering and emptiness or non-self of both sense and sense objects. So that's how you overcome sensuality. You cannot achieve samadhi without overcoming your 5 hindrances. You always have that sensuality in mind. The need for fame, reputation, egoistic feeling, jealousy, hatred, anger, all these emotions, passions, this is sensuality. You need to overcome them in order to achieve samadhi. The next you have to overcome is anger. How do you overcome it? You contemplate on the anger itself and the objection of resentment, liberating the mind through compassion. You have to subdue your anger. You have to overcome it by compassion. And some people call it loving kindness. And sloth and torpor, sloth is laziness and sluggishness. Torpor is dullness of the mind. You have to dispel the thought that drowsiness is descending on you when you're meditating. You have to reflect and recite sutra and mantra and circumambulations, sitting meditation, walking meditation. You have to overcome your sloth and torpor, your laziness and sluggishness. In other words, you have to have the right effort. That's one of the 8 Noble Paths. Right effort. You have to be diligently working at it. It's a lot of work in meditation. It's hard work. It's not just relaxing in there like sleeping. I'm not sleeping, so I'm replacing sleeping with the meditation, and that doesn't work that way. And the third hindrance, it's agitation and worry. Agitation is inner turbulence in you. Worry arises in the form of repentance or remorse or guilt feeling for misdeeds. Agitation and worry. The fifth, its hindrance is doubt. There's always doubt in you. Oh, is this going to work? Am I doing it right? So you don't have that faith in you, and you don't have that consistency of mind in you. So once these 5 hindrances, to keep it very brief and simplify what I'm saying, if you can suppress these 5 hindrances, overcome them, you are achieving samadhi, laboring on the first jhana of rupadhatu. So some people said, the guru always tells me to watch my breath. And I've been doing it all the time. It's getting tedious. And I've been learning anapanasati for 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. That's enough. This is enough to get you to very high level, not just this dhammadhatu level. So the highest level in this dhammadhatu world with matter and desire is samadhi, neighboring on first jhana. All right, so where are we going next? Next, we're going to Rupa Dhatu Samadhi. Now this is something that is higher level. So the meditator had suppressed all desires and experiences joy and bliss. As you meditate more and more and more, you have this rapture of joy and bliss in you. This tranquility and serenity of mind will bring you to that joy and bliss. What kind of joy? It's not the same joy as a temporal happiness. It's something that's beyond description. That kind of joy is so boundless. It's beyond words, beyond language. It's difficult to describe. You are overwhelmed with that kind of bliss and joy as you're leaving the Kammadhatu Samadhi into the first jhana level. So, but you still have the mental activity of investigation and analysis. So you have, when you are in the first jhana level, now we're going to the first jhana now. We have 8 levels now. We're leaving the Kammadhatu Samadhi now. We're going to the 8th level, the first jhana. In the first jhana, the meditators still have mental activity. You have investigation, analysis, joy, bliss, and one-pointedness of mind. You have these 5 characteristics in the first jhana level. Investigation and analysis. What is investigation and analysis? You're trying to find out how to meditate, how to get into insight. And you're doing your anapanasati, you're doing your samatha and vipassana. All these methods, these are investigation. This is insightful meditation. This is analysis. You still go through the analysis, the preliminary investigation and analysis, even at the first jhana level. But you already have joy and bliss and one-pointedness of mind. In other words, you have full concentration. You have one-pointedness of mind. Right now, we don't have one-pointedness of mind. When you're meditating, we are concentrating on the nose tip, breath in and breath out, and all of a sudden our thought carries away. Like a monkey. It goes everywhere. Our thought goes 24 hours, non-stop, goes everywhere. We're always thinking about something. It's not under your control. When you bring it back, then it's under your control. Say, I'm meditating now, and I want to concentrate on anapanasati, on my breath, my in-breath and out-breath. For the first 2 minutes, you're okay. The 3rd minute, you're dreaming away. You're thinking of other things, many, many other things. The monkeying mind has gone out. It's not under your control. It continued to go further and further and further. All of a sudden you said, oh, I'm meditating in here. What am I doing? I'm not concentrating on my breath, in-breath and out-breath. I'm going to bring back my thought. The teacher said we're going to bring back the thought to this nose tip. Then you're controlling it again. So there's a whole continuation of going away, coming back, out of your control and within your control. So you still have that. But right now, you have this one-pointedness of mind of this first jhana level. Is different now. When you sit, immediately you get that one-pointedness of mind. You're already in that concentration. Right now, we don't have that one-pointedness of mind. We only have samadhi. Sometimes we have tranquility, sometimes we have serenity. It's off and on, off and on, off and on. So you're looking for a teacher. You are your own teacher. You know whether you get that one-pointedness of mind. You don't have to look for 12 teachers to teach you meditation. Can you get that one-pointedness of mind? That's your teacher. That's your criteria for measuring your achievement. Can you get up to that one-pointedness of mind? If you can have that one-pointedness of mind, you will have that joy and bliss. You still have that investigation and analysis. And how do you know that you have that one-pointedness of mind? When you have that one-pointedness of mind, the concept of the notion of space and time disappeared. For example, I'm meditating now, and I want to get into meditation, and once I cross my leg, boom, I get into the one-pointers of mind. It's 1 o'clock, I start to meditate, and I want to only meditate for half an hour. But I got in that one-pointers of mind, and when I awake and arise, it's already 4 o'clock. I've been meditating for 3 hours. It seems just like 1 second, but I'm already in one-pointers of mind. The time concept disappeared. The past disappeared, the present disappeared, the future disappeared. No more time confinement. We're under time confinement right now. Right now it's 10:45. We're always working on time. We're always under the confinement of time. We're the slave of time. We're also the slave of space. You're being confined in a space. You're under the control of time and space. But when you have that one-pointedness of mind, time and space, no more. You're free. You're liberated from time and space. Imagine, how do you feel when you are liberated from time and space? Have you been liberated from time and space before? No, so you better work hard. If you get that one-pointedness of mind, no more time confinement, no more space. How do you feel when there is no more space within that 3 hours meditation? And you're meditating in here, in a room, your own room, your sleeping room, your bedroom. You're meditating. You got into that one-pointedness of mind, and you feel that your mind is boundless like the universe. Your body is one with the universe. Your body is as boundless as space. It breaks space, no more space. How do you feel? That's how you feel. And some people said, is that Buddhism? No more time and space. I'm not interested in it. I'm only interested in how do I go to heaven? How do I enjoy happiness? I want this, I want that. You've been confined by time and space, and within time and space, you've been looking for wealth, reputation, temporary happiness, impermanent happiness, relationships, you name it. You've been looking for contemporary needs. You're not looking at the spirituality of life. That's the problem. You're only looking at the materiality of life, and you're satisfied with that. And we don't know how to tell you. Looking at the material side of life, you can never get happiness. Material won't give you happiness. Now, if you know that material won't give you happiness, why are you still seeking for it? Why are you still greedy for it? Don't you have to find out more about it? Go beyond materiality? Okay, then there's the first jhana level. And then as you practice more and more and more anapanasati, nothing else, anapanasati, then the meditator feels that his mental activity of investigation and analysis is an attachment, and he wants to let go of them. You go a higher level and I don't have to search for technique. I don't have to investigate all this. I don't have to find out what is Buddhism, what is Anapanasati, what is Satipatthana, and how about reading all these canons of Buddhism. You let go of your books, your tapes, your DVD. You let go of all that. Those are hindrances to you. You don't need them anymore. You let go of investigation and analysis. And you continue your practice, and gradually you become successful in detaching language, detaching notion, detaching logic, and attaining equanimity of mind. Equanimity is different from tranquility. Tranquility is just quietude. Equanimity, it's something that is serenity, with joy and bliss, and with one-pointedness of mind. So when you are in the second jhana level, no more investigation, no more analysis, only joy, bliss, and one-pointedness of mind exist. And we call that equanimity. That's a higher level. No attachment to books, tapes, language, words, postures. You don't have to cross your leg. When you're walking, you already have that one-pointedness of mind. You always have that one-pointedness of mind, not just in sitting, not just in walking. And then you go a higher level now to the third jhana level. The meditator feels that joy is an attachment, and he wants to let go of joy. Joy is it's a greediness. Isn't it a greediness? You're looking for joy. You're looking for happiness. If you're looking for joy, there's a problem in there. You're greedy. You're looking for something. There's nothing to be looking for. Don't look for anything. So, the meditator now feels that joy is an attachment, and he wants to get rid of joy. Remember, in the second jhana level, you have joy, bliss, and then one-pointedness of mind. When you go on a higher level, you want to get rid of this joy. You want to get rid of another heavy coat on you. That coat of joy. Originally, you have 5 coats on top of your body. Investigation, the coat of investigation, the coat of analysis, the coat of joy, bliss, and one-pointedness of mind. Too heavy for you. You got 5 jackets on you. In the first jhana level, you got 5 jackets. In the second jhana level, you want to get rid of the first jacket, throw away your investigation jacket, throw away your analysis jacket. You still have 3 jackets. Now, you want to throw away that jacket of joy. Throw it away. Let it go. Letting go. Gatte gatte, bragatte, brazamkade, buddhishwaha. Remember that? Gatte gatte, let go, let go. Only by letting go can you get achievement of enlightenment. Only by letting go can you get nirvana. Only by letting go can you get happiness. You cannot be happy if you're always looking for something. It's when you are not looking for anything, happiness comes in. Do you know what I mean? When you're looking for something, you won't feel happy. There's nothing to be looking for. So at the third jhana level, the meditator maintain the consistent right thought to abandon joy. He wants to get rid of the joy. But the joy comes back. He wants to take off this jacket, but then he put it on again. So he always have to maintain that right thought. Don't let the joy of coat come back. Letting go of joy. And sometimes he loses the right thought, but he always brings it back again. Practicing like this, his bliss enhances and becomes extremely profound. The equanimity of the one-pointedness of mind continue. So right now at the third jhana level, no more joy, only bliss and one-pointedness of mind. And then the meditator goes to fourth level, fourth jhana. The meditator now feels that the profound bliss is an attachment. Even that bliss, that coat of bliss is an attachment. You want to get it off and throw it away. We don't want that. Letting go of that coat of bliss. So is the anapanasati, which should be abandoned. So at the fourth jhana level, this anapanasati, you throw it away. No more. No more watching the in and out breath. Let's let go. You are still attaching to your in and out breath. At the fourth jhana level, throw away your coat of anapanasati. Remember, when you put on your coat of anapanasati, you know that one day you're going to let go of it. It's just a method to help you to achieve that equanimity of mind. So even that posture, that anapanasati, should be let go. Then he continues to practice, and finally he detached both. He detached both bliss, even profound bliss, and he detached that anapanasati. The only remnant is that equanimity of mind. It is now ready for arupa dhatu jhana. So at the rupa dhatu samadhi, the highest level is the fourth level. The fourth level is the higher level. So you can use anapanasati up to the fourth level. You know at which level Buddha attained enlightenment, nirvana? Do you know at which level, according to Sutra, Sakyamuni Buddha attained complete nirvana? At the fourth level, when he got rid of this anapanasati. So the fourth level is enough to make you the Buddha. But again, of course, everyone's experience is different. Sakyamuni Buddha already have accumulated millions of lives of meditation experiences, and he got his nirvana at the fourth level. But for some people, he may have to practice a little bit more in the arupa dhatu to go another higher level, the fifth level. But the Sakyamuni Buddha got nirvana at the fourth level. Assuming that we still have to go to the fifth level. Now, let's talk about the fifth level. When you are going to the fifth level, you are leaving the world with form and desire. You are going into the world without form, just consciousness left. Imagine the world sentient beings are living in have three dimensions. World with desires and form. Right now, form, this is form, protons, electrons, form. You can feel it, you can touch it. World with form and desires. Everybody has desire. If you don't have desires, you wouldn't have come to this world. You would be in rupa dhatu. You have desires. That's why you reincarnate. We have desires. That's why we're reincarnating. We carry our karma to this world because we have desires. Only sentient beings without desires, they don't reincarnate in this world. This is a world of suffering, you know. Of course, sometimes we have happiness, but happiness is impermanent. Happiness is fleeting, temporary. It's not ultimate. This world is a world of suffering. There's no denying about this fact. When death is confronting you, how can you be happy? Sickness, aging. All right, now, when you leave the fourth level, you don't have the anapanasati anymore. So for people who get sick with anapanasati, let me tell you, have you got to the fourth level? It's enough to bring us to the fourth level. Okay, when you get to the fifth level, you're leaving the world with matter and going to the world without form, without matter, and the world of consciousness. So in other words, if you're at the fifth level, you want to let go of your body. Your body is a burden. Your body, my body, anything that it's matter is a burden. Do you know that you are carrying a burden all your life? I always compare your body to an apartment. You carry this apartment with you, this apartment, and this body can be sick, it's aging, it's sick, it has a lot of problems, emotional problems, physical problems. We have problems because we have form. So this meditator, he meditates, I don't want this form anymore. I already have gotten rid of my coats of joy, bliss, and all this other investigation analysis. I want to get rid of this body. This is a burden. So he want to get rid of this body. How do he do it? He contemplates every cell of the body is space. Every pore, every space in our body, it's space. Every cell is space. So when you contemplate more and more and more, then your whole body becomes a space. Now this seems to be very mystical. This seems to be quite beyond description. How can you do that? Now, the whole body is space, becomes a boundless space. And we call it the jhana of boundless space. And then you go on to the 6th jhana level. In the 6th jhana, you don't contemplate on space anymore. You contemplate on consciousness. So this consciousness has 3 time dimensions, past, present, and future, whose immensity is timeless. So if the meditator becomes successful in contemplation on boundless consciousness, then you get into the 7th jhana level. The 7th jhana level is jhana of pure emptiness. When you at the 5th level, your object of concentration is space. When you're at the 6th jhana level, your object of concentration is consciousness. You still have an object. You still have that object, which is wrong. You still have an object. You're still looking for an object. You still have the object and the subject. Whenever there is the object, there is a subject. Whenever you have a subject, you still have the ego, the I, the identity in you. No more subject. So the meditator says, I want to contemplate an emptiness. I don't need an object. Right now, the Anapanasati, you need an object. You need an object of concentration, but you want to get rid of the object. You only contemplate on emptiness. So that's the 7th jhana level, jhana of pure emptiness. And then you go on and on and on. After a number of years, the meditator feels that contemplating on space and consciousness pertains to still having consciousness. Remember, at the 5th and 6th level, you contemplate on space and consciousness. You still have consciousness, you still have a thought. Space and consciousness, you still have a thought. While contemplating on emptiness, which is the 7th level, you still have the no thought. You still have, on the 5th and 6th, you have thought. On the 7th, you have no thought. Right now, you want to relinquish both consciousness and non-consciousness. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Thought and no thought. You have thought and no thought. You don't want to have thought and no thought. No thought is, some people say, I have no thought. How can I have no thought on, how can I eliminate no thought? No thought, there's nothing in there. What do I have to eliminate? No thought is a thought. And it becomes successful in it. That's the jhana beyond consciousness and non-consciousness. Now that is the highest form in arupadhatu, in the jhana without form. If you go another level up, a much higher level now, that is called the Nirodha Samapatti of the Arahats and Pratyeka Buddhas. The meditator is still in the plane of existence if you are in the 8th level. But if you continue to meditate and meditate, you're out from samsara. You're out from the 3 dimensions of what we call the 3 worlds. The Arahat achieved that. We call it the Nirodha or Nirvana, Nirodha Samapatti. You're out from reincarnation. No more life and death. You're out from samsara. The Theravada, if the Theravada becomes 100% successful, he becomes the Arahat. If you become the Arahat, no more life and death. No more. You, me, we are in life and death. And we don't know this, we don't realize the suffering of life and death. We just don't know. We thought every day we go for a job, and every day we eat a breakfast, every day we live, and what are you talking about, arahats? I just live my day and that's it. When I die, I die. Well, that's you, that's me. That's the unintelligent, that's sentient being. The arahat is already out from all this. The wisdom level is different. People of no wisdom, they're only satisfied at what they see. When you talk to a kindergarten, you talk about calculus, atom and space, the kindergarten would not know what you're talking about. The kindergarten, they don't understand. The PhD students talking to a kindergarten, the kindergarten is satisfied with 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. And the kindergarten is only satisfied with candies and cookies. What else can you say? And the Buddha has got out from life and death. We are kindergartens, we're still in it. And the Buddha said, you can be out from life and death. Listen to what I have to say. Follow this method. You can be out from life and death, out from suffering. You've been reincarnating.